Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all well. So in this video we are going to be talking about the brand new Disney/Pixar movie that literally just got released yesterday, Onward, which stars Octavia Spencer, Tom Holland and Chris Pratt. Now during the watch of this film I kind of went from liking the film to thinking it's pretty average quite a few times, but what I would say is that if you are feeling like that as well, then definitely stick around till the end, because the ending of this film has a great satisfying conclusion. Very Disney, very Pixar, but really nice and sweet for this film. This is going to be a spoiler review, so if you haven't seen the movie Onward, then definitely check it out and then come back to watch this spoiler review. Or if you don't mind the film being spoiled, then definitely stick around, as we are going to be talking about all things Onward. Now to be fair, the storyline of Onward is actually pretty cool. So it's set in this mythological, magical world of creatures where magic has actually been forgotten about, as it's both too difficult to master and because there have been a lot of technological advancements. Now I love this blend of storytelling whereby they're clearly painting a mythological world with loads of really cool creatures, but they've kind of removed all of the things that kind of make that world, and instead they've replaced it with technology, so something that's both very current and a bit of a unique and nice idea of kind of modernizing and mixing kind of magic and technology as well. So a really unique kind of setup for this storyline. In terms of the actual storyline in this film, there are two brothers, Ian and Barley, played by Tom Holland and Chris Pratt, and they go on this quest as very two different type of characters, both with very different mindsets, and kind of go on this quest to resurrect their father for one day only. And on that quest they come across a lot of worldly and a lot of magical challenges. Now the movie definitely did have that Disney/Pixar recipe that make a great movie, such as bravery, loss, sacrifice, humor, growth, etc. And you know, it is a cool movie, it's a great setting, great storyline, great characters, all of that kind of thing. I just felt for me, especially within this animation genre where there are great animation films, I just felt like Onward just kind of had that missing X factor in this film, which is just really unfortunate, as it is a cool ride. I just felt like, you know, for it to become an amazing animation, it just had something missing. That said though, everything that it was leading up to with this epic conclusion was just so good, in the sense that the Ian character, played by Tom Holland, all he ever wanted throughout his whole life, and especially communicated in this film, was to meet his father. And then he kind of gave this gift when he could meet his father to his older brother Barley, as he felt like this is something that Barley needed more than him. So it was a big sacrifice that he gave, and was really unexpected, a really nice twist and turn in this film, and was just a really satisfying conclusion, I felt. And also, coming from somebody who has an older brother, I just felt like it was really relatable, something that was really sweet, something that was really memorable, a little bit unexpected, but was a really nice way to end the film, and was actually something that hadn't been done before. So I just feel like, especially with the ending, the storyline for Onward is really, really cool. From a characters and actors point of view, I feel like the three big names in this film do a really, really good job. I know it's such an obvious comparison to make, but I just feel like Ian's character, played by Tom Holland, had a very similar kind of vibe and attribute to the Peter Parker character, as he's very shy in school and kind of goes on a bit of a bravery journey throughout this film. Chris Pratt's character similarly was very similar to Star-Lord, in the sense that he's very funny, very goofy, very adventure obsessed, etc. Octavia Spencer's character, Corey, was a really nice breath of fresh air, and I feel like she added a lot of humour to the role. Very different to her role in Ma, if anyone's seen that, which is just absolutely hilarious. And I just feel like it really showed how much of a versatile actress Octavia Spencer is, and she really does bring the comedic value in this film, like I said before. That said though, those three characters did such a good job, but I just feel like the secondary characters really did kind of let this film down, as they're really weak performances and weren't really that memorable. And I feel like that is the reason why this film isn't as good as other animation films are, because in other animation films, you know, they have a great ensemble suite of characters, and I feel like whilst this movie did have an ensemble suite of characters, the three main leads just did such a good job that it just meant that the other characters just looked really bad and just didn't really deliver as great a job as you would have wanted them to in this film. Now the visuals of this film look really, really cool. The characters look really great, the magic looks really great, this whole brand new world that they're really introducing in this film all looks really cool. Now I guess they had a hard job in terms of bringing this whole new world that no one's ever seen before onto the big screen, and it does take a little while to get used to, but you know, when you're in it and you're kind of immersed in this really, really cool world. Like I said before, there are some bits that kind of take away from it, but from a visuals point of view, this film looks really, really cool. In terms of comparisons, I'm a massive animation movie fan, so I was really expecting a lot from Onward. So from that point of view, you know, I feel like it is a nice entry. I just feel like compared to other animation films such as Toy Story and such as Wreck-It Ralph, it just doesn't have the same magic as those films, ironically, because the film is based a lot on magic. But I just feel like, you know, from a storyline point of view, it's really captivating. I love the fact that they've clashed the magic and technology aspect on this animation film, and it is a great entry. I just feel like it's not as good as other animation films are. I hope it does get a sequel one day, as you know, then they won't be much of a need to kind of set up this world. You'll kind of be able to jump straight into it. Hopefully they fix the characters issue, add a bit more magic in terms of the storyline. But yeah, from a comparison point of view in terms of this movie, I just feel like whilst it is a strong entry in the animation genre, it's just not as strong as other animation films in this genre. Overall, I really enjoyed Onward. I feel like the voice cast did a great job in terms of bringing these characters to life. I'm a massive animation and magic fan, and from that point of view, I felt like the storyline was really captivating. I feel like a couple of weak performances and a couple of bits within the storyline could have definitely been improved, but you know, that shouldn't take away from the fact that Onward is definitely worth a watch. It's a really enjoyable film, and I highly recommend watching it if you haven't seen it already. And for all of those reasons, I'm going to give Onward a solid 6.5 out of 10. I'd love to hear what you think, so please let me know in the comment section below. Otherwise, I look forward to seeing you in my next video.